Their defense and really put pressure on the basketball. Let's see the floor.
Here's Evan Mobley, was presented with his defense.
And as important as he is defensively, it's the improvement of his offense.
That excellent ball movement for the Pacers. Nice little drive. And
oftentimes take on the best perimeter offensive player. And he
time in 11 years as Mobley steps out.
It's their ability to get the ball up the floor. They create cross
pocket. Merrill transition three.
And they are as good as anybody in the league at advancing the ball with the pass.
Basket hanging, misses. Officials are going to get Mobley a little bit of a look. Foul charge to Jared Allen, GA. So now Breer just past the 9-minute mark. Siakam, that's a three, and hits.
And again,
and everyone remembers the struggles that Indiana had, GA, to start the season. A lot of those
games that he missed, and he really stabilizes their defense, as you see Miles Turner.
Mitchell taking.
That is going to stay in attack mode, and he is going up against a relentless defender.
Donovan Mitchell, 30 or more points in already tied MJ. He can pass him if he can hit that number again here tonight. His name in the Indiana Pacers playoff lore, Mitchell. So Mitchell has now hit Cleveland's last 7. Siakam's 20. Most improved player for the Raptors during their championship season. 6 of their first 9 from the field. And Cleveland 5 of 10.
Makes sense of his team right now, being really aggressive here early as Halliburton.
And their attack so unique. Constant pressure.
The point guard, you would know about that, who needs to push off with confidence.
Course of this series.
Nembhard stops on a dime and
he's an incredible defender on the perimeter, but also this stretch, I think, is where the chess match begins.
There probably isn't a team in the East that is as deep as Cleveland, but Indiana may be the 10 different players who average double-digit points.
Yeah, and again, the thing about depth, it's one thing to play a lot of guys, but to their rotation.
How good was Ty Jerome in the first round against the Heat this
season? He was brilliant in that first round matchup as well. Their transition, let's see how often they can get that accomplished.
Halliburton game. Hunter, little Euro step, and the finish. Okay, short. Indiana shooting 60%. Halliburton into the corner. This is TJ McConnell. That's a long,
quick pass to McConnell.
Jerome, boy, we saw that so many times.
More rhythm into their offense. Ball movement starting to get a little bit better.
And with their star playmaker out, Indiana with back-to-back turnovers. Mobley.
The size of Mobley in that pick and roll just creating a lot of issues. How about
on the box? Mitchell again, boy, the savviness.
Pump fake allowed him to create some leverage. Got away with a little bit of a chicken wing.
Season for him. One of the more indispensable bench players. Mobley, the screener, the roller to the rack. For the evolution.
And there's TJ McConnell. He just continues to put pressure. It's just too easy.
Mitchell, GA to breakneck pace. Burton on the bench. Mathurin feeds Siakam on the box. The leader.
The patient.
Indiana, if you've just hopped on with a shooting 68%. Feed. This is Okoro. Puts it on the deck, slices in top and gets.
The Cavs are going to have to get a little more comfortable with their transition defense.
Isaac rebound. But Mathurin trying to make what would have been a sensational play. Mobley sizes up, Toppin elevates. And
they're going to get an offensive foul there against Walker.
Quarter and a half and hold a 10-point lead.
Yeah, the key to that, though, is their play.
Here comes Okoro, and then a beautiful setup for
to the defense and creates that opportunity.
Halliburton coming back into the game. Back into the corner. This is Ben Shepherd. A little bit.
Rome just has not found his rhythm here early.
Again, it's Okoro take a deep shot. And that's going to carry him out of bounds.
Create good looks.
Jerome turning the corner, taking.
And that's, even though that's a positive number, that's
unbelievable, the volume in this place. Neesmith, and he built.
There's no doubt about it.
Hunter bobbles, recovers. Eastern semi, Cleveland and Indiana. Strus lights the lamp from reasons the midway point of the first quarter. They're 4 of 16. Neesmith from D plus bearing down on Indiana.
With another offensive foul there.
against Indiana.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens because of the pace on a few possessions.
Jerome gets the screen, pulls, rebound. Pacers, Nembhard able to draw contact. Brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Last year, people were asking questions, could Garland and Mitchell coexist after?
And on a push, Rick Carlisle doesn't like it. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of...
So how does Rick Carlisle handle this here with 4:20? Zach Zarba trying to get sorted through. It's going to be a side out of bounds. Or visit the NBA app for the complete playoff schedule.
And I've said it before, we've talked in our meetings, I think they're the most underrated team in the postseason. Basketball IQ and belief in who they are is one of the reasons why they...
Halliburton probing against Merrill. Siakam. Top.
It's also a momentum play.
Mathurin working on the wing. He's going to pull from deep and hits. Boy, you just think of how he changed this Cleveland team midseason. Jerome.
Led to that easy do.
Tough catch. Officials are going to get Merrill here in shooting numbers. Trying to get something.
24-second clock. They're going to get
shot
it to
clock reset to 40.
After.
Nembhard throwing on the timer, crosses over, pulls, and he turned right towards GA.
Reasons why this team is so good, so balanced, is because they've got
chip against Allen. Steps back, fades. Allen, the floater, and puts it in. Burton against Merrill. Into the corner, they leave Nembhard. That's a long
on the line on that long jumper, but a much-needed
this opening half. Here comes Hunter trying to crash into the paint. Mathurin beat him. Well played by Mobley. Taken away.
Didn't allow for Turner to catch it in rhythm, whereas you saw what Halliburton.
Pass finding Turner on the dive. And Miles Turner is going to and make every playoff moment mean more. But America's #1
John Stockton. You know, he's a guy that's a pass-first point guard. Basketball is a game of rhythm. If I get the ball moving, guys tend to make
seconds. Mitchell on the wing, Jerome, and the officials are going to get a reach-in foul here. Final, Halliburton, teardrop, just beautiful.
A running area to attack, and Garrett Allen goes right back at him there.
Fake, good movement. Neesmith, corner three, and he connects.
That time, that was Miles Turner that initiated the offense that got him the...
Turner, Neesmith, starting to cook.
Are the ones dictating. Great job on that reach-in by Turner, but there's...
Jerome able to get into the paint. May have gotten away with his step, and he gets it friendly.
On a broken play by Jerome.
McConnell trying to creep a point of the quarter. Strus into the corner. Merrill.
The momentum swings.
Halliburton sizes up Merrill. Lead for Walker into the paint. Walker's second-year player. The official's going to get Walker from the back.
The liability at the point of attack defensively that we've seen in the past. And how about
discrepancy? Looks like Halliburton's okay. 2 games of that second-round series against the Celtics with that calf injury.
DeAndre Hunter yesterday, and he focused in on Mitchell's leadership. Not the case at all here in Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell makes it a point to be one of the guys. He has an advantage. Hunter went on to average 20 points over the final 2 games.
Fourth personal on Neesmith.
And it's all because...
As we take a look at our FanDuel Live point spread for tonight's game. Get everything they could handle. But right now, starting... And that's a double dribble.
This building is here right now.
Everyone standing better than... Comes Mitchell! And he just detonates. Siakam. Talks. There's the run for the Cavs. Mitchell underneath.
2 minutes.
17-4 run for the Cavs. Their first leads. Mitchell on a push. To the rack, lays it up. Cleveland GA was the #2 defensive rating team in the league.
Defend the entire court. Such a luxury.
The offensive drought for the Pacers. Nembhard steps back. Top shot at 7 to shoot. Halliburton into the corner. This is Mathurin. Big shot. On the loose ball. Resets Mobley. This is Wade from the corner. Or if the rest of this series is like this, one for a treat. Holy smoke.
Is a perfect synergy
Halliburton.
of keeping Mitchell out of the paint.
Mitchell tees up hard into the corner. Open look at a three.
Kenny Atkinson and the coaching staff has said, my fault. Knowing the three's not working.
Reaches in. The Cavs had one to give. 11.1 seconds. Shot clock turned off. Boy, Halliburton almost got caught. Cleveland is out of NBA playoff basketball here in Cleveland.
Some great atmosphere. We're enjoying it. Good luck in the fourth. Thank you, guys.
All right, Jared.
And Rick Carlisle, because of foul trouble, mid post there by Siakam, understanding he's got help behind him because of.
They were up 6 at halftime. Mobley extends and Bryant gets him a
three-point shot open that he missed.
Siakam.
Defense on the back end not set, and that created the opportunity there for Siakam.
So DeAndre Hunter on Rick Carlisle, 4 to shoot. Siakam, couple of jab steps, fires. On number 1 team in the East, won 64 games this season. Hunter left it weak.
And a lot of that is oftentimes when you just haven't been in the heat of the.
Inbound Mobley, he'll hoist. Evan Mobley starts hitting threes with regularity.
To take them. That's the difference this season.
Matherin's a corner taking flight. Somehow getting it to
there for the Pacers. DeAndre Hunter on the attack.
In early February, 14 points, shot it at 42% from deep.
I mean, the slow start early, but since the first of the year.
Turner lead pass. Hunt point line. Now the breakneck pace picks up again. Halliburton. Times Mobley on the box. Elevates.
And his abilities on display.
Here comes Hunter on the wing. Nembhard, 5 to shoot. Tough step back. And Ty Jerome trying to fend off Halliburton into the paint. Off balance. Halliburton knifes inside. Toppin finds the lace. Game as we cross the 5-minute mark left in regulation. Here comes Mitchell. Up. Good books. 8th straight series opener that he's hit for 30 or plus.
Have consistently gotten great looks in the half court.
They were down 7 points with 40 seconds left for the Pacers. Ty Jerome, the leader. Big time in his career. Toppin on the catch, had great position, then it's turned.
They have been doing, that's their first second chance points of the game.
Doing his dance, 1 to shoot, Mitchell the scoop, missed it. Well played to 5 run for the.
They're looking at it. I think that's a good call there.
1 left.
And even though they do get the charge there, the thing but that sets a tone, and it also seeps into the mind of the Cavs. If you're Kenny Atkinson, we've got to have much better balance. I think that's one reason why they struggle.
Has defensive issues since January the 1st.
And the issues he had over the summer where he didn't get to train game the way the coaches and the teams look at it. They look at the trends, and this team has been trending.
Cleveland